You might be wondering, why does she have a towel on now? Wasn't her hair just wet in bed? Don't worry about it. You're focusing on the wrong things. You need to be focusing on money. Money tip number 1, cancel all your subscriptions right now. This is coming from someone who was accidentally paying for a $64 a month ClassPass subscription for 8 months before I realized. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be like me. So keep an eye on your subscriptions. That means you have to look in your bank account. I know that can be frightening, but once you're in there, it's not that bad. And then once you're in there, you can also see like, whoa, what? I spent $500 like at Costco? Maybe that was excessive. Actually, that's probably pretty standard. But anyway, canceling your subscriptions kind of just goes along with like keeping tabs of everything you're spending money on. Obviously, we can't get rid of the stuff that I wish we could get rid of, like health insurance and just anything like necessary. It's very boring to spend money on, but we gotta keep it. So just get rid of that crap. Next up, travel credit cards. First of all, if you're scared of credit cards, don't be. If you want to start out with just like a baby card, you can do that. I think I started with like Discover when I had like no credit, and like really all you can get is like Discover, and I would just use it for gas, and I'd pay it off instantly because I was terrified I was gonna forget to pay it off. All of a sudden, when you buy stuff, now it's like infinite money. No, just kidding. Don't do that. That is the only thing that can go wrong with a credit card. It's not infinite money. It still has to come from your money eventually, but in the meantime, you're building credit, which you need to do stuff like buy a car, buy a house, buy other cool credit cards. Because I remember I got rejected from the Alaska credit card a couple years ago, and it really hurt because I raised my hand on the plane and it was really embarrassing because there had to be like, who's interested in the credit card application? And like, me. And then you fill it out on the plane and then they reject you. But joke's on them, I'm accepted now. I just still have to activate my card. But anyway, once you start using a credit card, you're not going to go back. I think Dave Ramsey even said like, you should be using a credit card for everything. And honestly, I do now. I have the Capital One Venture X card, and I use that for literally everything, so I get a lot of points. And then you can like actually go on a real flight somewhere. I use mine for the destination location of Ohio. So, travel credit card, or just a normal credit card. Just start using a credit card unless you have serious self-control issues. But just remember, still your money, just with extra perks along the way. Okay, the next money habit is to distribute. This peanut butter and jelly I'm making has nothing to do with this analogy, but it might work. I just like having that for breakfast. But basically, I'm all for distributing and not budgeting because budgeting is hard and easy to forget about. The standard recommended ratio is like the 50-30-20 method. 50% of your income should go to your needs. Now this is ideal, right? Some of us are paying rent. It's a little high, so adjust your ratios accordingly. And then with that one, 30% will go to like wants, and then 20% will go to savings/investments. So how I used to do this, I actually did like a 25-25-25. 25-25-25-25 split, where the day I would get paid, this is back when I was freelancing, I would get paid $4K a month and put $1,000 into taxes, $1,000 into rent, $1,000 into savings, and then $1,000 just for me. So obviously this was like a pretty high like savings ratio, but if you have the means and you can save more and you can invest more, your money is just gonna like snowpile, and it's such a nice feeling knowing that you have like a solid, cushy savings. And as far as saving versus investing, I recommend starting to invest once you have like a good emergency fund built up. So that's gonna depend on like how expensive your life is. A good rule of thumb is like 10K in savings, and then you can kind of start splitting it up more, so you do like maybe like 500 in savings every month and 500 in investments. And if you get really into investing, you can check out like the FIRE people. Sometimes they like reuse their toilet paper and stuff. It gets pretty intense, but if you want to retire early, maybe that's what it takes. So check that out if you're interested. Just know there are options, and investing unlocks a lot of them. Okay, we're gonna sum up this tip because I feel like it's kind of a mess. When you get paid, distribute it right away. Okay, so we're not budgeting. The second key point here was Make sure you're also investing, not just saving. And when to do that is when you have a solid emergency fund. I think that's it. Okay. Second to last tip kind of ties into this last one. But it's spend money where it matters to you. Because money is fun. And money should be spent to an extent. That rhymed. A few things have always been good investments for me are like travel, things I need to like achieve goals, good food, and classes where I can actually learn something. It might help to just like make a little list of like what do I actually want to spend my money on. And then that'll help once you start making more money because then you'll know what to spend your money on. I love it, guys. The last tip I'm going to give you is that you can actually make more money. I remember kind of freaking out because I had a liberal arts degree. That doesn't really mean anything. And so I was like, damn, why did I do that? And then I was like, well, I guess I could go to grad school and get a job in this thing that I don't really care about. And I was like trying to care about the things and it just wasn't happening. So if you're like me and you're like, I just want more money, but I also like want to be creative and have fun, you can start a business. It doesn't have to be scary. It can literally be like selling stuff on Depop. I'm not gonna judge you for that. It could be like flipping couches. I actually know a family friend who was flipping couches a few years ago and now it's like a full business. Like he has like a warehouse. I'm trying to think what else. Freelancing. That's what I did. That's just where you like offer services. I tried a bunch. I was a copywriter, social media manager, web designer, virtual assistant. That was like the main ones. I was a really bad copywriter. But you can try stuff. You can try stuff to diversify your income stream. If you've got one income stream right now and it's just not cutting it, it doesn't have to be the only one. Rich people have like 7. So get your streams up, girl. I thought this move was going to be like really monumental. Like, oh my God, she's over there now. But we're wrapping up the video. We talked about money. We talked about canceling your subscriptions, opening travel credit cards. What else did we talk about? Distributing your money. We talked about saving, investing. We talked about spending money on fun things. And best of all, we talked about making more money. So I don't know what else you want from me at this point. I think I've covered everything you could possibly talk about with finances. Wait, I think I'm supposed to have another disclaimer that this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. I don't know if that cuts it. If it doesn't cut it, I'm going to have a little thing here. Okay. That's it. I will see you guys in a video very soon. Yeah.